let's start with our next page. This is what we all need for it. It is like a little waterfall. And let's do the first one. Let's grab so this will be the first one. So we need to cut it by 8 1/4 in the length, and then the width we will cut it 5 1/2 inches, and we're going to score at 7 1/2 inch. Now I will have mine go to my left hand side. That is the first one. So this one will go underneath the pattern paper. So this is your pattern paper. That one will go first underneath our pattern paper. Then we will have a next one. This one 5 1/2, and we also have it 5 1/2 by 8 1/4. We're going to score at 7 and 7 1/4. So we will just have a little bit to fold over, a little bit that's going to be like a square, and that one will go underneath this fold out. So that's what that's going to be, and you will see the little bit of space there. The last one 5 1/2, and the length is still 8 1/4, and then we will score. I'm just going to grab my ruler. I did not write down the scoring measurements, and let's do that for you. So we will score at 1/2 inch, and then the next one is 7/8 of an inch. That's the two score lines. We need to have this on top of these ones, so we need to have that little bit there, the square, so that we can put quite a lot of photos on. And we will have a magnet on this one. That's why I did write down there a magnet. So that is our scoring for that. And then we do have a closure. The closure is going to come from the top over, and this is 4 inches in the width by 6 inches in the length, and then you're going to score it 1/2 inch and then 3/4 of an inch. And when you fold it, it's gonna give you that squareness again. And so this comes over your pattern paper with magnet closure. Let me show you. I've done this already, so let me show you when it is in the book with the pattern paper. Let me bring it over, and I've just put a sentiment on top of my closure, and on that side it was just offcuts from my paper. Sorry, it should be actually like that. That is the first one. You will see they are getting shorter. So that is our first fold out, and I've just put some pattern paper on here, and I would had this pieces left, and I've just glued it with that so that it can look even or look like it should be like this. So, and the next one I left it plain. That one I look plain, and this is our pocket, and that goes underneath our pocket, underneath our pattern paper. And when you close all of this, comes over and it closes your waterfall. And then we also have our booklet that we've put in the next page. I've done that already. Just need to take this out so I can show you. The pattern papers, I cut it to size, and then the corner page. Now this is very easy to make. All I did was I die cut my paper, just like this one here. I die cut it, and I took that piece and I put it onto, say that is this, and I put it on the corner. I put it on the corner, and I went and had a look and see how nice, or up to where my pattern is going to show, and that's what I like. And then all I did, so this is the pattern paper, and you put it on the corner, hold it there, and turn it around. I'll take this away. My pattern paper, if you don't have the die cut to do it, that's fine. You can just have a straight edge. That will work perfect. And then just turn it around, and then you can see up to where how thick, how wide you want your pocket. So that looks good to me. And then I just go in and I draw my lines. And then what I do is I take my scissors and I cut a little bit from away from my draw line, because you need to have flaps to fold it over. So I just eyeball it and see if that is half an inch, and then I'll cut, let's cut that a little bit more and go for half an inch. And then what I'll do, I'll put this on my scoreboard, and I'm going to score where my my pencil marks are. Let's get, hope that is straight, and then we will score on the pencil mark. We'll turn it and we will score this on the pencil mark again. Okay, so now we do have our corner pocket, and that one there. We just need to cut a little bit away here because we need to reduce the bulk, and it's just on an angle to the corner, and just turn it, and that's it. That's all you need to cut away. Just do it on an angle. It is so much easier, and that looks good. These ones you can leave. They're not gonna hurt anything, and if you tuck it in at the corner, There it is on the back. It will stay like that. And then you do your glue, you glue it down, and you put your pattern paper on. So when you do your pattern paper, do it before you put this on, because then what I normally do is I take my pattern paper and I will put it like that. Because it's on an angle, then I will draw. Oops. I will draw, and then I will connect it like that. Okay, so when I do cut, I cut the inside of my line and do it right through the inside of my lines. When you do that, you should be nearly there, that you can just show a little bit of the white paper. That's all that you need, and then you can glue that on. So what I did, this is actually there. So what I did is I did an extra flap. It's this one here. That is an extra flap. This one. So all that I worked it out, that the length here gets very close to that design there of my die cut. And let me measure that for you. That is 6 3/8 of an inch. Score it at the 6 inch, and it is exactly the same as the width of the paper, and that would be, can't see, it shines too much. And it is 5 3/8. And all that I've done is score, and that flap goes underneath my pattern paper. Cover it with pattern paper on this side, and that is a flap. Now, to do some closure with this is very easy. I had this cut, and that is your closure. You can do a big photo mat, and you can put it in here for a closure as well. The last page, it is just a fold out, and all I did was exactly the length of my pattern paper. And you can have this as long as you want. You can have it up to here if you want to. What I've done is, I think mine is 4 1/2, and I score it at the half, and I put the flap underneath my pattern paper. Have pattern paper on that side. Bring it over, have a magnet, pattern paper, and then a closure. My closure, I made it a little bit longer, and that it is 5 1/2, and I score it at the half, and I score it at 5/8, 2 score lines. All I did is I wanted to use the sentiment. I think it is very pretty, and that is the closure for it. That was the last page. Hi everyone, welcome back to the last tutorial. We nearly finished with our book. Let me show you what I've done. I've put my front page on, and I did inked it a little bit on the sides, and it looks very nice. I use the Distress Oxide Faded Gems for the inking. That's the only inking I did in the whole album. It is the pages. I've done the back one as well, and I've just put some stickers on, and the back is plain. So I used the whole 12 by 12 paper for the front, the back, and the side, and I have this little bit left that I'm going to put in the book as well. In the book, what I've done, I just need to put my glue gun aside. I started to do some photo mats. Magnets are all on, and we did the fold out. I just did pattern paper in the middle on that one, and I did the same here, pattern paper on that one, and I left the other side, sorry, I left that plain. It looks nice if you just do a plain photo. I just need to grab my photos. I've got my photos here. There you can see with the pattern paper, it looks very nice. You've got a little border around, and then if you just want to do it on the white, and that looks nice. This photo, it's just a photo itself. There's no white around it like this one. This one, it's got a white edge, but that's not a white edge, and it looks very good. This photo, the size, I'm not sure. It is 3.5. 3.5 by 3.5. And yes, it will fit in very nice. And here you can plant some photos as well. There, I've got this big one. It's a little bit too big, but you can cut it to size. Open that side, and there is also that you can do. That was our first page. Then we come to the second one. I've just did pattern paper on the white cardstock. The white cardstock is gonna measure. All I did is I made sure that it's gonna fit into my tuck spot. That's all you need to do as well. That is 5 by 6.5, and just make sure when you put it in the tuck spot, it's gonna fit. Mine is probably a little bit too long. I might just cut a little bit that it's not going over the fold line there. Now I made a mistake. Sorry, come back to this one. This was just the sentiments, and that you can cut in your paper pack. I just folded in half, and there you've got a small little booklet. Can put small photos on here if you want to, or just write. If you don't want anyone to see what you were writing about the photo or what's in the book, you can do it in here. And I just tucked it in there. I did make a mistake when I told you to put a magnet here. It should not be there, but I left it there. It is there and on that side of the page, because it closed that side. It closed like that, not here. My apology if you did exactly the same. I think I did mention it, but I thought I will just refresh our memory on that one. And that's it. So this one just fold out. I left everything like that, and that is what you can do with your photos, or you can have a few photos. It is, I've made one for myself, and the decisions to put the photos and where and how, it was not easy. I had so many photos and I want to put them all in. That was it. Then we have our photo mats that goes into our pockets, and it's just a nice big one. So measurements on this, it is 8 inches, so I use the whole card length. I think I cut a little bit off this, and then it is 10 inches, and you score it at 5.5. I lie, you don't score it at 5.5. It is not 10 inches. Sorry. Let's do this one again. It is 11 inches, and you score at 5.5. And this side will be 5.5, and that will be 5.5. Then, when you try and put this in, you just need to make sure that it slides in easy. It can be a little bit snug, but not too much, because you're going to put photos on. You need to keep that in mind. When you put photos on, it's going to be very tight then. So you need to have it a little bit snug, but not too much. You see, I've got, if I wiggle it like that, I've got plenty of room. And that goes in, and I just make it level with my page. This one, I'm just going to turn it like that because I can see it bends. That's why it's a little bit too long. I will trim it down. The next one, what I've done, I just left this plain. Also, when it fits into my tuck spot, and then I will cut it to size. This was a cut off piece, and I just did a little small note book, but I mean, you can do whatever you feel like. This I left plain. We've got our magnet. This is plain, and we've got nice photo space. And on this side I also left it plain, and I just cut this. It's all the sentiments. I didn't want to cut it all apart. I thought, no, I wanted all the sentiments, that this is the most beautiful sentiments. Leave it, and if you don't want to cover it with a photo, I mean, you don't need to. If you want to just leave it like that. Alright, so we just kind of put that back. That's that one. Our pocket one, I left my magnet showing. It does not bother me. If it bothers you, cover it. But I just left mine plain. And in here, I just have all the offcuts, and I just fold them in half. You can write in here, you can put very small photos on here, and this, let me show you this one. All I did, fold that in half. You just need to make sure that you know that it is fit, your edges, it fits. If it's a little bit skewed, just cut it straight, so when you fold it, you do have a nice folder. And just burnish it lightly. That's all I did. I never throw these ones away. I always use it. It can be very handy. Right, let's put that back in the pocket. Oh yes, and just make sure that it fits in your pocket. Now you're going to tell me the other one is not going to fit. I'm just going to turn it this way, or you can put it in here. One of the two. There's our pocket as well, and you can put that in there. This is our page, or our booklet that we made, and I think they're exactly all the same sizes. But what I do is, before I put them in, I let that fit to my pocket. And then we come to this side. I've just put that on there. This is a long, nice booklet. And all I did is I made sure it's going to fit in my pocket, so I can close that. The measurement for that, it is 8 inches by 4, so it's 8 by 8 and score at 4. And then when you put that in, it just close your fold out, your flip out. That's that one. Left that one plain as well. Let's see, where's the photo? Nice photo can go in there. And when we close it, you just need to lift that a little bit up, and we'll tuck that one in. On this side also, I just put on the front, that was from the sentiments, and I just left them all plain. Then that comes open, and I just put some of the offcuts paper that fits going into with this design. And then we do have our booklet. That's our booklet. Over here, made the small pocket, and this was from the sentiments that was left. Okay, and I've just tucked it in. I mean, you can write on them. And I do have some more over here that I just lifted for you to put your photos on both sides, and there's quite a lot, and it goes into the pocket. And this side, this side, there's part of the sentiments as well. This one I've just fold, that one I fold, and this one I just left it as it is. And I just cut it so that it can fit into the belly band. I like that to show. And we've got our book. With the next page we've done as well, it is the sentiments. I just left it together and I tucked it in there. This one, it is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and 2 pockets on this side. I left this plain. If you want to put a photo here, it fits in on perfectly on both sides. And we've got our photos, mats, quilts, and that folds over. And we've got our magnets for closure. Yes, and I did just lift that. Or if you want to do your smaller photos, one over here, one over there. And we've got our booklet as well. All I did with the booklets, I used all the offcuts to cover it, and they all came out very nice. This one, it is a nice pocket. I do like this pocket. There's that one again, these two, and I haven't put anything on this. I've got a few pieces of paper left. I will see if I do found and they will fit this page. I'll put it on, otherwise I will leave it as is. And that's our pocket. And on this side we've got our waterfall, and I left this plain and I left that plain. I just put pattern paper on this side so that it fit in with this and that, because I had those 2 strips left and I wanted to use it. And we've got our pocket. That's that one. And onto the last, the sentiments. And I left that one plain as well. What I will do with this one, I will round the corners. To me it looks, I like it. To me it looks very nice. And I've just had a piece of that left because it's the same as there, and I've just put that in with a strip there. And this is the flip out, and this will all goes into the pocket for closure on that flip out. Onto the last one, and I did the magnet and I cover that piece there, and this was the pattern paper. So this is all that I've done in the book. It's really very easy book. The front, let me grab all my flowers and I can show you. I'm just going to put a little bit of flowers on and some leaves, and I do have it here. I just want to put the book away. Now I've had this in my stash. I've done them before. When I do make these flowers, you know, you do use your die cut machine, you might as well do a couple extras. All right, I've got my hot glue gun ready. I do have my mat. I just want to put my mat there. Now they both, that's a lighter one and this is a darker one, they both fit beautiful with the book. But it is to place it. This is where the decision making comes in. It's to place it on here. And You can see there's the darker flower, there's the lighter flower. That all fits in very nice. To me, this one is too big. I don't want to use it. There is a smaller one, and I can put them together. There's a smaller one, and then I've got a few bigger ones that I can make up. I've got there is a little one, and I do have another little one that I can put them together. And then I do have the leaves as well. And there's another little one, and there's another one. So it's like I said, decisions how to put it on the book, on the first page, well, the front of the book, so it looks good. I do have a tutorial where I make all the flowers, very easy, and I think it was a couple of videos ago. I will get the link and I will put it in for you so I can make it easier so you can have a look and see how I make the flowers. Very straightforward. And I just pick a day and just make flowers and put it all aside. And I do have these trays where I put them in, and I just put them all in there, and when I need all the different colors, and when I need some, it's ready to go. Right, I'm just gonna glue up the flowers together, and then we'll see how I'm gonna place them on the front page. I keep on saying the first page, and when I get to the first page, it is the first page. Forgive me. Yes, I do get so excited. Right, I got my glue gun. I just need to turn it on, and you can use liquid glue. This is art glitter glue. I just put it in a smaller bottle for me when I have to do my small lines and things like that. I do like using this, a little bit of this. I can control it better. Now, it's nearly there. It's coming out already. Just want to test it. Yes. All I do is do a blob of glue and just off center the petals. I like to use this one. I can get there in the middle and I can hold it. I do have my stick, but this is as easy. So the bigger ones I'm not using. I'm going to put that one there. That is done now. Let me put that. So that is done. I will put that one there, and let's do this too. Put that over there. They're all finished. And I think I'm going to use this one. And let's see if I put that smaller one in. No, that one. And oops, and pressed it down. that one is done, and that one. And I think I'm going to use this one and put it in the middle. So that one, it looks a little bit different. And then these two I will put together. The little one. There it is. Okay. So now they're ready to go onto my book. But first, before we do that, I want to put something in the middle of my flowers. Let me grab that and I can show you. I've done it, and let me show you. I've got strings everywhere. Come on. It's like a glass cut, and it looks like a diamond. Now that I've done them all, just got a little bit of string of the glue. Let's put that aside. Just move that a little bit and bring the book over. And we're going to put it on the book. I wonder if I do this. Yes. Now I am going to do just a quick placement and see how I would like it to be. It's just, you can do whatever you feel like, what is on your first page. I'm using my frame here for a guide, and I'm just going to place it all around the frame. Stuck that one underneath like that. Maybe use that one a little bit higher up. Push it in on an angle. Put that there, and I can just fill in with the rest. Okay, I think I might just leave it like that. I can probably put some more green in, but let's do this. So I'm just gonna put it out, and let's do the leaf first. Okay, let's do the leaf. And that's going to be like on an angle. Oh, so many spider webs. And we're going to plant this one. Yeah, let's do this flower. let's do this one. Just gonna take it a little bit out. Let's do this leaf. I'll just grab my tweezer to help me to lift the petals. Come on. And let's do this leaf. Let's do it over here. Okay. Okay, I've still got some leaf left. I think I might use this one. It's just a single one. Let's lift that one up. Hold it there. Need to get these petals up. And I think that is it. Just want to take that away. And that is our book finished. You just have a few spider webs from the glue, but you know that's what it does. And I think it frames a little bit more of the frame. I will go in and take off all the spider webs. I don't want you to look at me searching for spider webs. I might put in a little bit of white flowers, just the small ones, and just tuck it in there. Just maybe 1, 2, or 3, just the white ones, so that it will look good as well. I've put 3 of those flowers in. I thought I would put white in, but it didn't look good. So lucky I did have some of this left, and it fits in perfectly. This is the end of this tutorial, and I hope you had fun making this album with me. I certainly always have fun making albums. Until the next one, please keep safe and all the best for the new year. And like they said, hit the button for the notification, subscribe, like and comment. I'll appreciate that. Thank you. Until the next one.